How's it going, you guys? AZ Plow 21 back again with another episode of our UFC save in WMMA 5. And here today we have UFC Fight Night, Holm versus Aldana. Should be a pretty good one. A big fight in the women's bantamweight division. 4 big women's fights in total. Also have a flyweight and a bantamweight fight. So kind of the smaller fighters taking over here today. Davison Figueiredo missed weight, so he will be moving up to the bantamweight division in the near future. But it's Holm and Aldana as our main event here today. Also got Joanna Jędrzejczyk making her return to the women's flyweight division against Manjeet Kolekar. That should be pretty interesting. We are making our way towards UFC 285, Vaga Utina versus Cara France. It was supposed to be a bantamweight title fight on that one as well, but the champion Corey Sandhagen got injured, so in steps Thomas Almeida. He'll be fighting Nathaniel Wood for the interim bantamweight title. Should be a pretty good one. That is the co-main event for that pay-per-view from Moscow. Should be pretty good. Let's go ahead and get this fight night started. It is Holly Holm and IRENE Aldana in West Central Mexico. This fight did happen in real life, and Holly Holm came out on top. And we start out with Lara Procopio and Tracy Cortez fighting out of Scottsdale, Arizona. Not a lot of girls in Scottsdale that look like Tracy Cortez. Lara Procopio winning via unanimous decision over Tracy Cortez. Angela Lee taking on Karina Silva. Angela Lee gets a unanimous decision win, actually. So 2-2 now in her UFC career after getting to a very slow start. And she's calling out Natalia Denisova. Interesting. Hailey Alatang taking on Rafion Stotts. And Rafion Stotts gets a unanimous decision victory. He is now 2-1 in the UFC. Love to see it. Love his hair. Spike Carlisle taking on Lukas Sajewski. Very even fight between the two of these guys. And Spike Carlisle gets a knockout in round number 1. Only 33 seconds is all it took. Love to see it. Jason Jackson, look at that hair, taking on Nikolai Alexakin. Alexakin minus 280 favorite over Jason Jackson, but Jackson gets a TKO victory over Alexakin, and that is a good debut win for Jason Jackson. Coming off a win over Jordan Burroughs as well, as he is threatening Lowen Tainanis. Daniel Rodriguez, who just got a win in real life over Mike Perry today as I'm recording this, taking on Christian Tiger Savoy, and Savoy getting a TKO victory over the Alhambra, California native. Savoy is now 3-1 in the UFC. Albert Einstein Tumanov taking on Raymond Magomedaliev. Two Russians going at it, and Tumanov getting the win via unanimous decision, a combat sambo fighter. Reiner de Ritter taking on Macarenas Leakpie. 4-0 is Leakpie taking on Reiner de Ritter, who is 14-2, making his UFC debut after having an impressive time and won a championship. And de Ritter knocks out Macarenas Leakpie, sending him basically down to WEC. Make sure to write his name down. Macarenas, 4-1. Yes, sir. Go down to WEC. De Ritter with a very impressive debut in the light heavyweight division. Mikhail Ragozin taking on Radoslav Pazuski, and a little bit of an oversight on my part. Pazuski unfortunately got signed to PFL on an exclusive deal. He was 2-0 coming into this fight, so I'm kind of hoping he loses, and he does. He gets TKO'd by Mikhail Ragozin, which is kind of good because otherwise we have a guy with a lot of momentum going to PFL. Akira Hammond taking on Anton Biazagin. Hammond out of South Africa. Look at this guy, 6-0. All of these in PFL. Looking like he could be a pretty good prospect at the heavyweight division. Does not look like a heavyweight based off his face, but does not matter. Hammond loses for the first time in his career at the hands of Biazagin, who gets his first win in his UFC career. Alex Perez taking on Davison Figueiredo. In the first fight on the main card, Figueiredo missed weight, and that's like the third time that he's missed weight in this save. So he is going up to the featherweight. He's going up to the bantamweight division. Hopefully he does well enough there. He is the underdog against Alex Perez today, and Alex Perez knocks out Davison Figueiredo in a fantastic fight. So Perez, number 8, and getting a big win over Davison Figueiredo. You love to see it. Sergio Pettis taking on Yadong Song. Gluttony, how's it going, my man? Song has had a very weird time in this save. I mean, take a look at this. Lost to Simon, beat Kelleher, beat Frankie Edgar, and beats the current champion, Corey Sandhagen. And then a 3-fight losing streak. Aljamain Sterling, Nathaniel Wood, Dominic Cruz. Those are all very good losses. Coming off win over Steve Garcia. Facing on Sergio Pettis, 12-6 in the UFC, coming off wins over Eddie Wineland and John Dodson. And it is Sergio Pettis who gets a unanimous decision victory over Yadong Song. Harisa Tiburcio taking on Virna Jandiroba in the strawweight division. Jandiroba, 19-4, very good record, and her losses have only been to very good opponents. Carla Esparza, Jessica Aguilar, Karate Hottie, and Carla Esparza. Yeah, I'm excited to see what PFL does. I want to watch some of that. More MMA is a good thing to me. And Harika Tiburcio, 5-2 in the UFC. Has wins over Siri Kondo, Randa Marcos, Calvillo, Luke Boonmi, and Marina Rodriguez. I'm feeling like Tiburcio comes out on top, but she does not. Unanimous decision victory for Virna Jandiroba. Moving on, Tatiana Suarez taking on Amanda Ribas. In the 115 division, Ribas 9-2 in the UFC after fighting and losing for the title against Gadelia, lost to Carla Esparza, and then beat Jessica Andrade. Tatiana Suarez, on the other hand, 3 losses in a row. Esparza, Andrade, Rose Namajunas, but then 3 straight wins for her on the back of it. Zapatella, Courtney Casey, Xiaonan Yan. This is a big fight for both of these girls, and Amanda Ribas gets a submission victory over Tatiana Suarez in round number 1. And she's calling out Carla Esparza. Our co-main event, Joanna Jędrzejczyk making her flyweight re-debut against Manjeet Kolekar. She is a huge favorite. Oh my god. So Joanna Jędrzejczyk gets TKO'd by Manjeet Kolekar in the first round. And she wants to fight Sabina Masso. Moving on to our main event. What an upset. As the preacher's daughter, Holly Holm, takes on IRENE Aldana in our main event here tonight. 40 years of age, Holly Holm. She's probably retiring any day now. In this save, she's only fought 3 times. Lost to Juliana Pena, beat Caitlin Vieira, which kind of sucked because that was kind of a lob up for Vieira to get a title shot, and then lost to Marion Renault, who promptly retired. Gluttony says he's got Holly. Aldana was a win away from getting a title shot. Lost to Aspen Ladd, beat Avia, beat Pennington, lost to McMahon, lost to Hossa, beat Kunitskaya, and then lost to GDR. Very weird time Aldana's been having in this save. It's our main event of the evening. Herb Dean is your referee. Aldana in front of a home crowd in Mexico. You love to see it. Let's see what happens. Holly Holm does not have a fight team, but she is still the odds-on favorite. Time to see what goes down here. Holly Holm 14-7. Aldana 15-9. Nice round. Uh-oh. Eats a beautiful flying knee. Holm is pouncing. This is over. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by TKO is the preacher's daughter, Holly Holm, in the very first round. Ends it in a hurry. She must have had a dinner reservation. And Holly Holm has retired from MMA at the age of 40. We'll see if we can talk her out of it. I highly doubt it. Fantastic fight. That's love to see that. Let's see. Viazigan and Spike Carlisle and Holly Holm while we're at it. Nice little profit. Love to see it. Holly Holm retired. I doubt we're going to be able to bring her back because once the ladies reach, honestly, once they reach like 38, they're not coming back because they're probably thinking having kids and shit. So even though I'm not sure if women can have kids after 40, I honestly don't know. I'm surprised that's not a thing in this game where the women fighters just choose that they want to have children. I mean, I guess hiatus, personal reasons, something like that, you know? But who knows? With some church wine, no doubt. Yeah. The preacher's daughter. Go and preach it. And what a career it was, you know? I mean, looking at this, that's only a year away. Like, Holly Holm's only a year away from actually being 40 years old and probably retiring. So, who's to say she's not going to retire in a year's time, you know? And that'd be sad. She's had a good career and a lot of good memories with Holly Holm. People just get older. These things happen. As always, we're going to update our rankings, take a look at our emails, and then go ahead and sign off. Hope you guys are enjoying the save. As always, follow me on Twitch and Twitter. Links are down in the description below. So that way you guys can be a part of the live chat and possibly get yourself into the game database. Have no plans on ever stopping this series as long as people continue to watch it and be on the live chat with me. So, I mean, why not? John Jones top pound for pound rankings. Holly Holmes retires. What? At 40? I mean, okay. They just have to be smarter about their health. The guy who played James Bond, his wife at the age of 50, Jesus. Nothing going on at heavyweight, light heavyweight. A lot of people move up because Glover Teixeira retired and he's not coming back. He was lined up for a title shot once he got back from injury, that is, and now he's gone. So RIP to Glover Teixeira. Nothing at middleweight or welterweight or lightweight or featherweight. Bantamweight, Sergio Pettis moves up. At flyweight, Alex Perez moves up. A lot of people move down. Everyone else moves up because Davison Figueiredo is now in the bantamweight division. Featherweights, we got some featherweights. And I think I'm going to start bringing up some featherweights and have them actually, you know, fight each other. Why the F couldn't Glover have been like Holly? I know, right? Women's bantamweight, some people are moving up in the world, even though that's probably going to be different because Holly Holm is still here. Flyweight, young Jacek is in at number 15, even though she lost to Kolakar, who is nowhere to be seen on these rankings. Strawweight, Hebos up to number 3, Jandaroba to 5, Suarez down, Tiburcio down, and that is going to do it. Tatiana Suarez, bringing her back. Davison Figueiredo, bringing him back, even though he's coming off a loss. It is what it is. Yadong Song, he's had a weird couple of years. Like a win away basically from a title shot, and then he loses like 4 out of his last 5. He's a Zaitar. I mean, I guess. but he's probably going to get sent down to WEC if he loses again. Daniel Rodriguez. Yeah, we'll keep him. Diana Felipe, 7-5. I mean, we'll keep her in Invicta, but that's where she's at right now. Diana, Princess Diana. Angela Lee coming off a win. You love to see it. Ji Yoon Seo out in Invicta, 13-8. She's coming off a loss, so no. G. High level regional worldwide, love to see it. Rafian Stotts, gonna keep him. Pazushki leaves, and that is it. All right. So the next time that I see you guys will be for UFC Fight Night, Antonio Carlos Jr. versus Gastelum, a middleweight main event between number 6 and number 9. Should be a pretty good one. Also, Sage Northcutt and Evan Dunham. Frank Mir on the card. Karate Hottie, Jessica Andrade. It should be a good one. We're making our way towards UFC 285, Baga Utina versus Kai Kara France. Also, a interim bantamweight title fight between Thomas Almeida and Nathaniel Wood. Should be a good one. I'm AZPlow21. You guys have a very good day.